Hey guys, this is Danny Kane here coming to you from DK's one-man band. Um, Today I'm going to show you how to create your own hyperspace pedal. So first I'm going to give you some background on what this thing is and who made it. It was created by this guy named Tom Schultz. He basically, if you know anything about the band Boston, was the founder of Boston and um, the engineer for all the albums and everything, and he actually wasn't a legitimate engineer. He went to MIT, and when he started making the albums, he didn't like the sounds that existed in the world of guitar music and everything. He wanted his own sounds. He wanted his guitar to sound a certain way. So in order to do that, he built his own devices to make his guitar sound a certain way or make these sound effects. And one of these devices he built was called the Hyperspace pedal. And the Hyperspace pedal was basically an Echoplex delay pedal hooked up to a gutted wah pedal. And the gutted wah pedal somehow controlled both the delay time and the feedback. And I have no idea how to wire things together, nor do I have an Echoplex tape delay. So, what I did is I made it out of a GT10B multi-FX processor. And this sort of thing can probably be done with just about any multi-effects processor that you can assign pedal and control functions to. Maybe something like the Fractal Audio's Axe-Fx or some other multi-effects processor. It's probably applicable to. So I'm going to show you how to do it that way. There's a few assigns I'm going to set up here. And one more thing before we get started. If you saw my demo of me using the Hyperspace pedal, you're probably wondering one thing. If you haven't seen it, click on the link right here. You should watch that. You probably are thinking, how would I ever use this in legitimate music? And that is a good question because you probably won't that often. But it can be used in so many cool ways. Actually in songs. I mean, it maybe not as much as you might think. No. Maybe not as little as you might think. But it can still be used in music. So I'm going to make a video after this showing you how to use the Hyperspace pedal in musically, I guess. Some functions and ways you can use it, some tips and tricks, I guess. So let's get started. Alright guys, so here I have my Boss GT10B, and you can see my patch right here. It's called Boston Hypolo. I don't really have that great of creative names for my patches. So first, basically this whole patch is set up based on my Boston sound, which has all these wonderful things on it, like compression and distortion and preamp and EQ. And chorus and reverb, and it's all set up in a certain way to make this not sound like a bass effects processor, because you can see this is the GT10B bass effects processor. So that was a bad choice on my part, buying a bass effects processor, but I started off as a bass player. But anyway, we're going to get into making this, how we can make this a hyperspace pedal type thing. I don't have my guitar plugged in right now, but I'm going to show you how this is going to look. So we start off with kind of setting up the assigns. So I go into my master pedal effects and over here to assign, you can see on the screen, assign, and press enter, and here we can see that I have it set up the delay time to be controlled by my expression 1 pedal, which is this guy right here. So if you look in my delay, where's the delay? Right here's the delay. You can see, you look at the effect, or the delay time, and the expression pedal right here that I'm moving controls it. It's moving right there. So that's basically what this is based off of, and it's not that difficult to set this up on here. Just basically go and choose delay time, and here's the part where it's useful on any multi-effects processor. This is what I have the delay minimums and maximums set up as. So in other words, at the minimum this will be 508 milliseconds for the delay time, and all the way up here it'll be 28 milliseconds. and the Expression 1 pedal. And for the GT10, an important thing is to set up for moment, not toggle, otherwise it'll just go from 28 to 508 and not do all the stuff in the middle. And an important thing with the GT10 as well as pressing the Master Effects button right here and turning it on. See right here, when it's full, it's on. And the next thing is to set up turning on the delay with the Control 1 pedal. Because if you have the delay on the whole time, you're going to sound really muddy and really terrible when you want to play your awesome guitar solo before you go into your awesome Hyperspace pedal slide right there. So you're going to want to have this guy, Control 1 pedal, set up to turn on and off your delay. And basically that's just as simple. You just go in here and set up the delay, off, on, moment once again. So that means whenever you're on here, the Hyperspace stuff is going on. When you press this pedal, you move this stuff, and this is going to change everything. Then you let go of it, and it will stop. But, well, that's what you would think it would do. But sadly, that's not what happens here. Because it'll still go on even after you let go of the pedal. So another thing you have to set up, or at least that I did, is, nope, don't need this guy. The other thing I set up was, yeah, the delay feedback. So when I press this Control 1 pedal, not only does it turn on the delay time, but it also puts the feedback at 100. So when I let go, it puts the feedback at 0, and everything is silent. So that really helps with being able to dump a sound quick and going into a dive bomb. That's really helpful. And that is actually pretty much it. There's a few other things you can set up, like right here I set up a mute with my other pedal, so that way it just completely stops everything, because I set it up to turn on this effect, which has a 0 output level. So that's the last thing that I did, and that is pretty much it. So yeah, this is my Hyperspace pedal. I will show you how this sounds really quick. This is not even through a guitar. This is with the sounds of just this chord right here being down here and touching that. And watch as I press this control pedal. I'm just going to set... You're not going to see... yeah, so as soon as I press this control pedal right here, and I move my expression pedal down, or I do the opposite. So that's how it works basically. So now I'm going to show you how this kind of applies with your guitar, and how some cool stuff you can do with that. So check out that next video. There will be a link right here, and remember to check out that demo, and remember to subscribe. Thank you very much.